Regimental Gal won the millions.
Winning the races is an amazing feeling, but to win a Magic Millions in your hometown with a $16,000 buy like her, yeah, doesn't get much better. Well, the story goes, a chap up there, unfortunately, old Ronnie McRae, got put out for some very minor misdemeanour, and I was lucky enough to get 6 horses off him, which was terrific. And 3 of them were owned by a group of guys. They were keen to buy a yearling, and a couple of them mentioned General Nadim as a sire that might be in the making. So we ran with that and come to the sales, had a really, really good look around and found this little chestnut filly. A little bit too pretty to be fast, but as it's turned out. And we bought her and took her home, and it sort of all started from there in Toowoomba. Very fortunate to have a track work rider called Christy Banks. She used to ride her a lot, and she rode her in the gallops, and she rode her in a trial, and she sort of earmarked her there. She said she's very good, so it's a little bit emotional, but we brought her to town and ran into Hawks and beat them, and we brought her back to town again. The Magic Millions was starting to look like a very real prospect for us.
And they're racing. Hasna didn't begin all that well, came out in the second half of the field. The first to go was Merhoob, and Nibbler began in a big hurry. Regimental Gal's going fast.
It was a very exciting day, Mike, and you did what you normally did. You took the race into control.
When the barriers open, I just rode her the way she always liked to be ridden. She bounced out. There was a big field. I think there's 16 horses in it. Obviously, being a $1 million race, there's a lot of pressure early, but she just absorbed it and travelled great. I got going probably a little bit too early on her, but she was just travelling so well, I just had to go with her. The last little bit, they were coming at me from every angle, but she's just such a racehorse.
Funny on the outsiders, finishing brilliantly. Regimental Gal is still the leader. Dan Bird, and how funny. Regimental Gal's just in front. Regimental Gal won the millions.
Stacks behind us.
Yeah.
And the little Queensland filly, $16,000.
Yep.
Bashes up the Southern Status.
That's right.
I was surprised how easy I got to the lead. I didn't really want to have to do it, but nothing really wanted to go there, and they left me alone, and she's just a gutsy mare, and Shaun Dwyer's done a fantastic job with her.
She was definitely one that sort of surprised us after each win, really, from her early days to in the Magic Moons, like you said, and then on to Sydney and then Melbourne in the Group 1s. She just kept jumping the bar.
Regimental Gal is streaking away with the San Domenico in her pocket. A brilliant win by the Queenslander Regimental Gal from Spark of Life. She's not done with yet, Regimental Gal. She finds another gear. Regimental Gal got away from How Funny. On the outside, Legally Bay, and Dorky's running home late. Regimental Gal is still in front, nearing the line. She'll win it.
And then go on to Melbourne and win those races down there. She won up the straight, one of her Group 1s up the straight with Stephen King on, and I was there that day watching, and just to watch her sort of go from winning in Brisbane to the Magic Millions and go to Sydney, and she adapts, do you know what I mean? She races up on the speed, she travels, and she gives her all, and you know, she was just a proper racehorse.
She come from off the speed down the outside fence, so you know there's a lot of wow factor in it, and I think we were probably too happy to be numb about it. It was just totally exciting. I had some great friends there, and the owners. It doesn't get much better, you know. Maybe Melbourne Cup or a Cox Plate, but you know, Group 1s at Flemington. It's amazing.
Regimental Gal drives it out, Egyptian rain, and wins.
It gets talked about so often, you know, the cost of horses. You can buy in that 25 to 250,000 or something, and I still think you're a good chance if you do your homework.